Hey guys, good afternoon. Today's Thursday. It's Thursday afternoon. I think it's going on about 4 o'clock. I was in there doing some laundry and fiddle faddling in the house and had a moment. I just didn't feel good. It came on me just like that. Messaged my husband. I said, "Don't panic." I said, "I'm going to go lay down. So if I don't answer your messages, that's where I'm at." Well, that's what I did. I just need a little refresher. It's all this pollen in the air lately. It's got my allergies going. Makes my breathing a little hard. I don't want to reach for that inhaler if I don't have to. But I think I'm going to take my old ass down to Walmart. And yes, I did refresh the color in my hair to Walmart and pick up the Claritin this evening. Maybe I can get my husband to go with me and start taking it. Because the sooner I know, the sooner I start taking it, the quicker it'll help. Because I think that's all it is. It's nothing major. My nose. So anyhow, I'm out sitting by the pool. See, I'm out by the pool. There's my little girl. If you could see her over there by the pond getting ready to attack. She sees that turtle over there. So anyhow, I know I've been doing a lot of, cooking and things in the house. And I know my channel is growing old without growing old. Well, that's what I'm trying to show you, though. I get up, I keep going. I don't care what it is. It's the slightest thing, I do it. Whether it's dishes, laundry, running the sweeper, brushing the cats. I just came out and I think I created a new cat because I brushed my white cat and he's always had a bad history of shedding. But I think it's because he doesn't have his own claws and he can't get in there and dig around. Um, Unfortunately, he was abused a lot. Somebody pulled. They didn't cut. They didn't remove him properly. Someone pulled his nails out of his front and his back feet and they cut his tail in half. He was terribly abused when I got him, and he's so lovable and so sweet. And so, yeah, between him and Murray, the big gray one, I just created another new cat. But this is what I'm trying to show everybody. It doesn't have to be some of the extreme things that I do. I'm very lucky. Just little by little, put the dishwater in the sink, and every time you have a few moments, go wash a few dishes. You don't have to do them all at once. Just grab a couple of them and wash them and rinse them and let them dry on their own. Next trip that you can manage out to the kitchen, put those away, wash a few more. I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm not saying you have to just jump right up and do everything, because I didn't. I truly didn't. I took it a little bit at a time. Oh, God, look at them swelled up eyes. This is allergies. That's exactly what it is. That didn't happen for me overnight. It was a few months before I could really get up out of the bed and walk across that room and do those few dishes. And I still don't push anything. If I'm going into my bathroom, I have my own. We have 3 bathrooms. Everybody has their own. And I see something that needs to be done, I'm not going to put it off. I'm not going to make an excuse. So there's some spots on my mirror. I keep window cleaner and paper towels under my sink so I don't have to run back and get them. And I'll clean those spots off. Guess what? Job well done, accomplished. Something else I don't have to look at because I don't feel like doing it. But then after a while, I got to the point where, I could move. And once I got moving, I didn't stop. And so sometimes I'll pick a whole room and just take the whole day. Not push myself, not rush myself. I'll take the whole day and I'll clean that room top to bottom, in and out. Again, job accomplished. But I do it in my own time. I don't feel forced. I don't let anybody tell me you need to this. No, bullshit. You need to do it when it's good for you, in your time. And you'll be surprised that eventually you'll turn around one day and you'll be like, holy shit, look what I just did. And you get in a routine and get out of a rut. That's it. You need to get out of that rut. Get yourself in a little routine. And before you know it, you're like, man, look what I can do. And it's not any magic pills. It's not any, well, in my case it was. It had to be. That was the only thing that was going to save my ass. Um, but there's no magic out there. The only magic is you. You are your own magic. And you can do this. I know. I've been doing it for almost, I don't know, maybe 12 years. I remember when I was first diagnosed as being sick, I was still working full time. I had a great job. God, that like to kill me when I left that job. Self, dependent, could take care of myself, didn't have to worry about anything, but I had to go. Couldn't do it. That was pretty hard. It's been years ago. I didn't think I'd be sitting here talking to you like this. I never thought I'd be sitting here talking to anybody on my camera, but to be able to sit here and tell my story, and that's what I want to do. I want to tell my story, and I'm hoping it helps people. I want it to one person that can come back to me, a few weeks, few months, years, 2 years down the road and say, you know what? I did it. I slowly did it. I took my time. I listened. You reached out to me. And sometimes that's all people need. Just reach out. Let them know you're there. Let them know that you're there. I am here. You can reach out to me through a message in a video. Send me a message or whatever. And, we'll connect, whether it be private message in Facebook or whatever. I'm not going to do it publicly in a social media if you're reaching out to me, because that's just not where that belongs. But I belong out here to get my word out and let everybody know that this can be done. It can. It just takes a lot of determination. It has to be what you want. This is what I wanted. I didn't want to be wherever it is everybody ends up. I'm not ready to go there. In the last few days, I've had pretty crappy days. I've felt bad. I'm not sick. I just haven't felt good. But putting my head together with my doctor, we're pretty sure it's just my allergies kicking in. I got tons of allergies. I went through the whole pinpricks in the back, but you know what? One day you're allergic, the next day you're not. But yeah, I was on allergy shots, and again through the other doctor. And when I went to my new doctor, he said, no, no, no. He said, stop it. I was going several times a week. Add that on top of 5 insulin shots a day and 40 medicines 3 times a day. And Jesus Christ. But you know what? I thought they knew what they were doing. I thought I needed that until, there would be times where I would skip some medicines because I just didn't have the energy to open all them freaking bottles. So I would take the ones that I thought were the most important, which was my heart and lung medicine. And I found out I could survive without all that crap. I did. And you know what? I'm just looking at my camera again, and I don't have it turned sideways like my husband told me I needed to do when I do these videos, because they're skinny when they're on the screen. So he's going to get me on this one again. Oh well. Oh well. It's life. It's the way it is. I'm not perfect. Never professed to be. Don't want to be. I don't want to try to hold up an image like that. I am who I am. I do what I do. I try not to hurt other people. However, it's my turn in life. And I'm going to make the best of it. What a beautiful day today is. Look at the sky. Look at the wind's blowing. Got a nice warm breeze. Sorry about the tree branches up there, but that's a regular thing on a pool screen, and that's why you have it, to keep that crap off your pool. Anyhow, sorry about that. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day here in Florida. And again, I told you that weatherman was lying. We had a day or two of rather chilly weather. And then, you know, it was going to be thunderstorms and cold and blah, blah. Look at it. It's beautiful out here. And this, again, this is something you could do because, you know, sunshine's good for you. You get a lot of your vitamin D from the sun. However, I take an additional vitamin D. And one day we'll get into all the vitamins that I take. But you know what? And I am not a doctor. I am not prescribing. I'll just let you all know what I do, and you can take it from there and make your decisions. But I found out one of the most important ones is zinc. Zinc. I took when everybody was, oh my God, COVID, and oh my God, masks, and oh my God, this, and oh my God, that. I hunkered down with zinc and magnesium, and zinc and magnesium. You know what? I didn't wear a mask because if I had to wear a mask to come into your business, I wasn't coming, number one. But number two, I can't be breathing back in the bullshit that I'm breathing out, not with pulmonary hypertension. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. And the masks restrict your breathing. And you know what? You pick that mask up to put it on. You've already contaminated it. You've already touched it. But anyhow, zinc and magnesium the hell out of myself every day. I didn't go to extremes, don't worry. I never got sick. Went out about people, went around them. Well, we all know that was a big ruse anyhow. It was just a really bad flu. Really bad flu. I won't go into that either because I have my own opinions on that one. I get very passionate about that one. But I was not a sheep. I did not follow. I did not. And look, I made it through just fine. Didn't get sick. Took my vitamins. Didn't go out a lot when everybody was sick because obviously there was some kind of a bad bug going around. For some people, just like the flu. You know, some people it's bad, it'll kill people. I get that. I know several people that say, oh my God, I had COVID. And I'm like, oh my God, you're still here. And my doctor, he wouldn't give me the COVID shot because I can't take the pneumonia and I can't take the flu shot. I can't. I just can't. It makes me really sick. So he was like, I'm not even giving you this COVID. Excuse me, I need a drink of coffee. He says, however, if you want it, I'm not going to refuse you. He says, but for you, And I said, I'm fine with that because I don't want it. And I'll tell you why, because all my grandsons were made to get that shot. I'm not going to go into that either because it highly aggravated me, but it's none of my business. Anyhow, you ought to see what that shot did to his arm. His arm, a young teenage boy, you ought to see. Well, eventually, the person that has all these boys decided, oh, that's not a good thing, and I'm not giving them the follow-ups, and maybe that was the wrong thing to do. But that was their business inside of their home because they're raising those boys. I just happen to be grandma. You know, grandma status doesn't mean anything anymore, but that's okay. I'm cool with that, too. I know my grandsons love me. That's all that matters. But anyhow, you know, being outside, that's where I was going with this till I, you know, like a squirrel on crack went off on something else. But just being outside in the fresh air, in the sunshine, I was feeling really bad in the house. And of course I stepped out, my nose started going cranky on me, but that's okay because the tiredness is not there. I was so extremely tired a little while ago. I'm exhausted. And that's why the doctor told me to add the Claritin in with my regular allergy medicine. So we'll see. You know, I don't want to take another pill, but I'm all for it if it's going to help because I don't like this being tired. And it's the only thing I can chalk it off to because I'm not sick, just tired. So, but yeah, you know, maybe this would be your first best therapy is, I don't know where you live. I don't know what your weather conditions are. Stick your head out the door. I have a chair out front too of my house, and usually about 20 minutes before Chris gets home, I go out there and I sit in the sunshine. That way I can be nosy and, you know, just watch what goes on because most people are coming and going from work by then. But that's about as much as I stick my nose in anybody's business. But it's the outside. I feel so much better outside. So yeah. And again, I'm not trying to tell anybody that anything I have done that works for me is the right thing for you. I'm just letting you know that it can be done and some of the ways I got to this end result. And I also want to let you know I'm not the best person with a camera. So it's going to be upside down. It's going to be jiggly. It's going to be everywhere. I even took one of my RV, and when I got in there, I half cocked the camera, so half of it's sideways. So I went in and took another one. I'm sure you've already seen it by now. And I'll get better. I will. I promise. I haven't pulled my GoPro out yet. Chris had it out the other night. And can you please use this? Because I am putting these on, a couple different phones. I was using my little tablet thing. And again, that's squirrel on crack thing. Whatever's near, whenever I feel like it, I just grab it without, prior thought. So I'm going to try to stick with this phone so it don't drive him crazy until I can get things straightened out. But anyhow, this whole long spiel started with, bear with me. I'll do it. It'll happen. I don't know when. I'm in no hurry. So anyhow, that's it. That's all I wanted to let you know is pretty much you're going to see a lot of stuff. I'm going to let you know that it's possible to do whatever you want. So it might be cooking. It might be when I'm folding my laundry. It might be when I'm working. It's hard telling. But I want to share with you what's possible. I mean, I'm not a freaking track star. But I do like to get out there. And I asked Chris if we could bring our e-bikes out one night this week and ride them. Like, that's real hard to do. You just plug it in, charge it up, and off you go. You look like you're pedaling, but you don't have to do anything. So, okay, anyhow, I'm out of here, and I'll check back later and let you know what I'm making for dinner or something. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by, and hit that subscribe button. See ya.